Hi, it's Marty, and before we begin the podcast, just a quick reminder that today starts a 3-day flash sale at Cujo.com, where the Brian's 10 code saves you 15%.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no-nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging with you guys today, and we are going to be doing a little different kind of an episode, a little update, a little situation here. We got none other than the beautiful wifey of our life joining us on the podcast. How we doing?
Hi.
Is that like, It's like,
it doesn't translate that well on podcasts, apparently.
No.
That's weird.
Is it like, it's like excited, or is it like,
No, it's very excited.
Everybody's really excited to have you on the show.
Like, finally.
When is the last time you've been on the podcast? Are we still married? Are we still together?
Yeah, I mean, just stop sleeping at night. So it's usually when we do our podcast.
This is true. You have not been on the show for maybe about 2 months. Maybe some of you guys listening in don't know. I have a beautiful wife named Elizabeth Fullerton. She goes by the name of Liz. What was your stage name back in the day? Like your call sign back in the day? Like
Brittany Nicole.
Brittany Nicole.
I don't have one of those. I used to be called Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth? Because you're my queen bee.
It was because I wore nothing but dresses until like the 5th grade.
All right. Well, hey, that works. The world revolves around you, and it's your world. I just live in it. That's kind of how it works around here in the Fullerton.
And you're lucky too.
And I'm lucky to participate into that. And I'm like, I'm blinking.
He's blinking.
I'm blinking. You're lucky to have this life and to be married to me, you loyal husband. Any which way. So we're going to be talking a little bit different today about. This probably, I don't know if this will be a short and sweet episode. Hopefully it will be, because we have Cheesecake Factory being ordered for lunch today.
Yeah.
We've got a rain day today, so everybody's doing the best we can. I'm submitting commercial bids, doing the deal, and I said, hey, we need a Friday episode, and we have Cheesecake Factory coming for lunch. So if we do a Mad Dash or a Door Dash, it's to go get the food that's coming for lunch. So this could be a short and sweet episode, but we wanted to take just a couple quick minutes here. We haven't really been able to do a dedicated episode or podcast about Together in the Trades, which is coming up quick. So we wanted to just do a little promo, a little talk about it, just hear about some of the people that are going to be speaking, given the lay of the land. If you guys want to come join us in Nashville, Tennessee, it's going to be a really, really awesome time. Seriously, last year, I think literally people were like, hey, we'll go on it. We'll, go on a limb, try it out, check it out. It was our first ever conference that we did as a marriage conference, a marriage summit that we did for people that have small businesses and entrepreneurs. And it was a great time. So Liz,
it was so fun.
Why don't you maybe give the lay of the land? People love hearing your voice way better than mine. You have a better audio voice.
I don't think that's true. My voice is very high-pitched.
High-pitched.
Well, Together in the Trades is a summit for couples in business.
Don't read them.
Where you can go to learn how to work together better in business and in your marriage.
You're literally reading our ad.
I am. We're bringing in top industry leaders as well as marriage professionals to help you grow together in business and in life. To get more information, check out Together in the Trades on Instagram or togetherinthetrades.com.
Well, that might be the whole episode. I feel like
I panicked, so I just started reading it.
I was gonna say, like, that seems so genuine and off the cuff and not scripted at all.
No, really, what we're doing is we're getting together. We're with you guys.
We're
bringing
make
in.
You do this? Are you forced?
No, maybe.
Tell them.
I'm blinking.
You're blinking now.
We're
Lord.
bringing in actual professionals. There's somebody coming in specifically just to talk about personality types, Enneagram styles, and how to work better together with different personality types in your business and your marriage. Because running a business together is unlike anything else. It's like living, breathing, eating, sleeping with your coworker 24 hours a day.
It's true. Coworker,
wife, spouse, whatever. It brings interesting dynamics. So we'll be taking notes along with you guys. We have real life marriage counselors, Brad and Tammy, coming in from Tan Marriage. They were there last year, and the Aumans are using them again as a live Q&A about their own marriage on stage. Yeah,
they're getting a free freaking hour therapy session.
Well, it's not free, but
someone's gonna pay for it later.
And then I think we're also going to do something really fun that we didn't do last year, which is the marriage game. Like Love and Marriage.
Yeah, like on the cruises.
Yeah, so that should be really, really fun.
I have a customer literally texting me, have you had a chance to look at my yard yet? I'm like, oh, sorry, I was out of town this weekend last week. No, I totally forgot, bro. Dang it. New customer sign up. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. Brittany just texted in the group chat too. We got the schedule for them because we want to run down the schedule. And
this is a loose. There's still some things that aren't finalized on here, like the Love and Marriage show, and I think.
Did you see what she just texted? Literally, she said all 4 of us should just have a live counseling session with Brad and Tammy.
We should definitely take advantage of it.
Hell no!
I will go up there by myself. I don't know what that says about our marriage if I'm up there by myself for a counseling session.
It means that you've become aware that you need to get counseled and fix your marriage. Like you need to fix your. Oh, am I loud? Cut it. We got to pause.
Pause for a second. Hey,
we will come right on back.
I just had a quick.
What?
We can cut, Mr. Producer. If we could just cut the last 0.5 seconds.
He's not going to cut it. I can hit pause. What do you want?
Okay. I was just wondering if
yeah. Here we're going to pause. Hey guys, Brian here. I get asked all the time, what's the best work shoe or boots for our industry? As some of you probably know, I absolutely love wearing the Cujo Yardwear. A few years ago, I was wondering why there isn't some sort of light, functional shoe for the lawn care industry. Literally a couple weeks later, I get a message from this new company, Cujo Yardwear, letting me know about the new shoe they created for lawn care. I couldn't believe it, so I tested them out for the first year and have been wearing them ever since. Me and my guys love the Cujos because they are light, comfortable, they keep our feet dry and have a great grip, and they're breathable. Plus, they're a family-owned company. Sean and Kelsey are a brother-sister team that seriously care about offering the best products for our industry. They started with the yard shoes, came out with the X1 composite toe boots, and are launching a new slip-on shoe this year. Check them out at Cujo.com. That's Kujo.com. And don't forget to use Brian's 10 to save 10%. So basically, we have the schedule here in front of us. We're going to be talking about Together the Trades, everything that we got going on there, and just really talk to you guys a little bit more about the lay of the land about the whole event. Are you excited about going down to Nashville in June 25th, babe?
Yeah, I am.
You are. You're eating a freaking sausage right now. Why would you eat beef jerky? Give me that. Give it to Teddy. Why would you eat that right now? We're doing a podcast.
You hit record before I was ready, okay?
No, I didn't. Did I?
Having a little snacky snack.
The snickety snack?
Snickety snack.
Well, why don't you guys come down Together in Trades, learn about how to work on your marriage and have a successful marriage like we do.
We really do have like an awesome lineup. So we will be taking notes.
I thought you were going to say we have an awesome marriage. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, really? We're going to lead with that? We really do have it all figured out.
I am many things. I am not a liar, and we're still learning with everybody else. Like I'm saying, we're going to be taking notes along with everybody else because we're bringing in like actual married professionals. Brad and Tammy of Tandem Marriage, they were there last year, and we've decided that Caleb, Brittany, and you and I will just use them as a live marriage session, counseling session. Yeah, it's going to be great, right on stage. We're bringing in Jeff Joyner, thank you.
Yep.
I've only known him for like a decade. I'm blanking on his last name. That's good. Jeff Joyner, you guys might know him if you've been to a LAL event. He's always like one of the favorite speakers. He's awesome. Yeah. He's also going to be leading, in addition to a talk, the Love and Marriage game show, which is going to be hilarious, something we didn't do last year. And new this year as well, we're bringing in somebody who focuses solely on personality traits, Enneagram styles, and how to work better with your style in business and with your spouse, which is going to be really cool.
I'm looking forward to that. Is her first name Ashton or last name Ashton?
Ashton is her first name, yep.
Okay.
And she has a book coming out. Like she's a legit, like these people are real professionals. That's what I'm saying. We're going to be taking notes along with you guys. When we run this conference, a lot of people, I think, have the opinion that we think we have it all figured out. We don't. That's why we put this together, is because there's an obvious need for it in our community. Something we're really passionate about is making sure marriages stay together. And when you own your own business, especially in the trades, your marriage is at a bigger risk than most other chosen professions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just being self-employed and running a business, because then you got the dynamics of like your personal finances in life and all that mess, but then you got the dynamics of like your business. You know, like one person's the saver, one's the spender. One wants to invest, one wants to save. Both want to spend, both need to save, both are spending, or all this stuff. And then you get family, kids, family members that might be working for you. Like
it's a whole bunch of different dynamics, and it's really cool because in addition to all the professionals that we're bringing in, we're also bringing in Blake Albertson of B&B Lawn Care. You know, they have twins at home. Yeah, he's running his business now for
Oh gosh, 7, 8, 9 years.
Yeah, almost a decade, right?
Yeah, literally.
Been married for 3-4 years
Since they're 2021, so 4 or 5 years.
So they're like in it. Caleb and Brittany Auman will be sharing. Brian and I will be sharing from a perspective of like in it with a newborn. I'm not exactly sure what our topic's going to be, but you know it's going to be good.
Well, and not only that, but for us, I mean, we've been together for almost 10 years. I think this October, married for 8 in October, 8, which is wild. How long have the Aumans been married? 10, 11 years, 13 years? I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I think they just have their anniversary 10, 12.
They did. I want to say it's 10, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I could be wrong on that one. But they have a way different perspective. $1 million company, 5 guys, 3 kids.
Yep.
Building a big pole barn. They were joking earlier. We were like, "What's your guys talking to be?" They're like, "How we didn't get how we've managed to not get divorced since last year." But you know what? We've heard many people say like run from...
On the schedule, it says overcoming everyday obstacles. Just for reference, this is our working schedule. So ours says somehow it says being super successful at life.
That's what Brittany must have put in there.
Yeah.
Being super successful at life. I'm like, I'll just do imposter syndrome part 2. You know, because we do not think we have it all figured out.
We also have somebody coming in about estate planning.
Yeah, that's Caleb's and Brittany's lawyer and one of their corporate attorneys that I think actually helped Caleb with his financial kind of snafu with his taxes back in the day. That's a whole story. That's their story. They've owned it. They crushed it. And but I think he's doing like family planning and estates and trusts and just trying to help people have legacy incomes, businesses, pay it to forward to the kids or.
It's definitely not something that's fun to think about, but you definitely need to think about it. And
absolutely.
we're trying to set all that up right now, so we're going to pick his brain all weekend.
Oh yeah, I mean maybe hire him for his services. My mom actually is doing some stuff with that right now as well. Not with Dan, but a different family planning attorney and whatnot. But it's a topic that you never hear talked about until somebody passes away or you're getting old and you're like, maybe I should figure this out. But you need to have a will and a trust and a living trust, all that mess. In your 20s, in your 30s, I mean, believe it or not, as soon as you start having any financial accumulation or wealth accumulation, or you start having kids, obviously,
right?
Because if not, everything's going to the state, going to the government, and
nobody wants that.
Yeah, including
maybe you do,
including your kids.
Yeah. Anyways, we also have 2 success stories from last year. People that came last year, the fishes. How do you say fishes plural? If that's your last
Fishies.
Can't wait to see them again. They're awesome. Yeah. And then the Jennings, they were at the Hype House, and they were at the Together in the Trades event last year too.
Yeah, were they married last? Yeah, they've been married for 2 or 3 years. Jeremiah keeps busting my.
They are newly pregnant though. Like, I guess you're always newly pregnant until you have your baby.
Yeah, did they announce that though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not outing them.
Oh, I was like, right?
Right. I'm going to check on Facebook.
Fact check. I'm pretty sure I saw something on Instagram because
I'm pretty sure I saw something.
They took their photos at Tampa at the Hype House. I'm pretty sure.
Shortly after, right?
Okay, we're going to fact check that here in a minute.
Fact check.
Brad and Tammy Miller are actually really sweet people
they shared.
as well.
They shared.
They did. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is all going to be going on at the... I totally said like the wrong thing a couple of weeks ago. I said like the Radio Center Hall or something like that.
Music City Center.
Music City. I'm like Radio Hall. I looked it up later. I'm like, that's not even a damn thing.
Radio Hall that's like in
New York.
New York. Yeah, it's where the Rockettes dance that I used to want to go to before New York.
Those ladies that kick their legs up above. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know that one.
I saw them here once when they traveled, but anyways.
So Music City Center.
Music City Center. It's within walking distance of our hotel. There is a hotel room block.
Okay.
That is, you can get all that information, everything.
But Liz, where can they find more info?
On togetherinthetrades.com.
Hey, Brian, I'm glad you asked. That's the Almonds ad. The Almonds ads are like just like cheesy like that. Hey, Brittany, where are you going to be in June? Hey, Caleb, I happen to be in. They're hilarious people. Like seriously, like we look up to them. We love them. They're really, really good friends of ours. But it's got the Music City Center, which is a really cool building. I think it's like the rock and roll, like it's not the Hall of Fame kind of a deal or museum.
It's downtown in the mix of everything.
Yeah, it's a really cool building.
I've never been. But on the map, it looks like it's a good location.
Well, it's definitely newer in the last 5, 7, 8 years because it looks brand new, state of the art. And
we picked it because of the location, and it was a really good venue. Mm-hmm. Their setup, it's really good.
Well, and then all the hotels are squared around this
thing.
And then we have a room block, like Liz said. You get that email, I think, after you buy your tickets.
But the link is available on the website as well.
Okay, cool. So make sure by the way, each ticket couple people asked this question.
Is per person.
Per person.
Because we actually have a lot of single people that came last year who are wanting to prepare themselves for marriage as a business owner, because it isn't something you should enter in lightly. Like, that was a huge transition for us as we were dating into an engaged couple to married. Like,
that was pulling teeth for years. Because I was broke, stealing your paycheck to go into my company. Dude,
well, it was
for
hard
real.
for you to like let up on the reins and get like hand them over on some stuff too.
Or
like,
even just let you know what's going on or not. Or here's a tip, not going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm making millions, you know.
So I think that's really cool. We have Paul Jameson kicking things off. So
always excited about Paul hosting, emceeing, and helping us with the conference.
He's such a blessing to the community. Really.
I'm sure he'll be there podcasting. So if you guys want to get your lawn care startup store, or even share some, like Liz said, testimonies, or just your marriage story, your business story at Together in the Trades, find Paul. I'm sure he'll be tucked away in a corner podcasting for a couple hours.
More than happy to, I think, probably have people on the podcast.
Yeah, he loves that stuff. Obviously, he's got a great podcast, Green Industry Podcast, as you guys know.
Yeah.
But the Music City Center is downtown. The airport's like a few minutes down the road. The reason we picked the downtown was for the food, the restaurants, the bars. Like, a lot of people like to hang out, have fun. If you're into partying, go party. If you're not and you're back at the hotel by 9 like we are because we're old farts, you can do that too. But Nashville is known for like the music, the food, and the fun. Okay, like every bachelorette party goes there. Every bachelor party arguably goes there. Like, it's a lot of fun down there. I've been to Nashville many a times. Great place, great people. And it's all in walking distance. So we were thinking like, hey, we could do like a Holiday Inn Express 20 minutes outside the city.
Yeah, that was like the debate, right? We were like wondering if we should have it like somewhere like the hotel, like, kind of make it more affordable on the hotel side.
Yes.
But
then everybody's got to rent a car.
But you'd have to rent a car to get into downtown. So we figured
or Uber.
For most people, it would be most cost effective to actually stay downtown. With the cost of rental cars right now it's insane.
Yeah, we realized that personally. So same thing as Auman. They Turo, but that was basically it. So the hotels are a little bit more expensive, but they're nicer hotels.
Mm-hmm.
But we were kind of like, well, like we would rent a car and it was like $850 for a week.
Yeah,
and I was like, Jesus, like that's a lot of money. And a lot of people in Waco, because there's no direct airport, right? You had to, there's the Waco airport, but everybody came into Austin or Dallas. So we all rented cars and all drove in there, which was fine, which was cool. It was for 3 days, but it's several hundreds of dollars, $300, $400, $500 to rent a stupid car for 3 days that you don't even use. So we figured everybody lands in Nashville or drives in. But if you land in Nashville, you Uber to the hotel, and then you can just literally walk all up and down the different streets there.
Right.
It's like 4th Street Live in downtown 4th Street, Louisville, Kentucky. If you've ever been to that.
It's gonna be such a good time. Like the Grand Old Opry is right there. Like I really want to tour it. I don't. It's down there somewhere. Yeah. Like I said, I've never been, so I'm very excited to figure it out. The day before, though, June 24th, if you're coming in early, we are going to do a meetup at a vineyard.
Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's nice. They have food trucks there. People can come and go as they please. That was one thing we were trying to figure out. We threw around line dancing, which the girls all thought was really fun. The guys didn't like it so much. So for those of us who still want to go, we might go out on Saturday night after the event.
Yeah.
But the day before the event, we are going to meet up at a vineyard. Like I said, there's going to be food trucks. People can come and go as they want. Like how if you came last year, everybody was just kind of able to do their own thing, but also still meet up at the silos. And, it just worked out so well. So that's what we'll be doing. The information will be in the Facebook group for that. If we get a lot of requests for the Facebook group, guys. If you aren't going to the event, unfortunately, you cannot be a part of our Facebook group. Yeah, we are keeping it strictly to event attendees for now.
Yeah.
So
I love it. So really quick, let's go through the rundown of the dates. June 25th.
Yep, is the actual event.
Yep, and then the day before is going to be a hangout session. That'll all be in the Facebook group.
If you happen to be in the area. We figured people come in, it would be nice. It was really nice because people got to know each other the day before the event in Waco. And then ended up sitting together like the next day and making friends, and
which is always cool. And that's the cool thing about these events. You get involved. You make friends. Like I was just doing a coaching call with a young guy named Jackson. Shout out to him if he's listened to the podcast episode, because they might come down to Nashville. Their boyfriend girlfriend, and he's like, yeah, we might come on down. I'm like, dude, absolutely.
I wish we would have went to something like this.
Oh my gosh,
before we got engaged, just to get it all hammered out.
And that's a whole nother point. Like if you don't have something with your local church that you plug into, or or I don't know, like some counselor-esque person in your life.
But see, my thing is, even those things are all well and good. Like everybody, I think should go to premarital counseling. There's nothing scary about going to counseling. The thing is, though, this is specific for those people in the trades industry.
Yep.
And people who own their own business. It's completely different than working a 9-to-5 job where you're able to leave work at the door, you come home and it's just family time, whatever. Like you guys know business bleeds into everything, including your marriage.
Right. Well, and then not only that, I mean, it's practical stuff too. Yeah. Like we're going to go through our life, things that work for us, things that have worked for the Aumans, things that have worked for the other professionals coming in. Like it's real, it's authentic. We don't pretend like we have it all figured out. I mean, we're not Rachel Hollis here. You know what I mean? So, oh, did I say that out loud? Ooh. Whoa. Fake news over there. So anyway,
you guys don't know about Rachel Hollis.
That's garbage. Yeah. But it's funny, like we get accused of being fake, but then when you look at the people who are the gurus that get exposed, and you're like, yeah, we know we need to go to our own marriage conference.
That's why we put it together.
That's why we put it together. And the Aumans have it figured out. We're actually going to go learn from them. They'll tell you self-prescribed, like they got it all figured out. We're kidding, by the way. I can't wait to just hear them be catty on stage for 45 minutes. So June 25th is the event. Togetherinthetrades.com for more info. Don't want to beat a dead horse on that. Friday night, we're going to be hanging out. And a lot of people are coming in Thursday night just so they're already in town. A lot of people are coming in Friday so they're already in town. So if you guys want to come in a day or two early, like, here's the thing. And I was talking actually to this guy, Jackson, because he was like, yeah, we might come on down, but he goes, I got a lot of work to do in June. Like, we're still in the thick of it, right? Like, so I beg, I plead, I implore, I would challenge, whatever word I got to use. It's not to come to the event, guys. It's to invest in yourself. Like, for real. Law Entrepreneur Academy, it's never inconvenient or never convenient. It's always inconvenient. It doesn't matter if I put it in your hometown, your home city, at your local convention center or local Holiday Inn Express. It's still going to be inconvenient. There's always work to do. Like, I got people all the time like, well, I got an $850 prune job or a $1,200 mulch job that day. No, duh. So do I. So do you. So does everybody else. And yes, you'd want to make that $800, but it's going to pay you a lifetime of dividends going to a Law Entrepreneur Academy, Together in the Trades, even a Quip Expo, right? Like in the fall. So I would just beg and plead and implore, don't get so caught up in I got to make money. I got to make money. I got to make money. The business will always be there. Work will always be there. Making money will always be there. And yes, I need to make it. You need to make it. But more important is getting around people that are trying to help you, in this example, in marriage and having a successful relationship. What's the point of making all this money and then, not having a successful relationship with your spouse, husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever? You know what I mean? It's just, I feel so torn when people don't come to LAL and like, yeah, dude, but I made $400 that day. And I'm like, bro, we had 9 different speakers. Everybody on stage was making $1 million a year with their business or more. The reason you're not making $4,000 or $40,000 a month is because you're not getting around the heat. Mm-hmm. You're not getting around people like that. And that's my point. It is always inconvenient. It's never, I mean, literally, I always tell people, like, I joke, like, even if Jesus was on the street corner giving out gold bars, people would still call him a scam artist.
Yep.
But like, it's like the same thing. Like, well, the marriage conference, why is it $200? I don't know. Thank God it's not $2,000. I couldn't afford $2,000. Thank God there's a couple sponsors coming in already, Vermeer and a couple other folks. Like, thank God they're like making the ticket accessible and available.
We really do try and keep costs. We keep that in mind. We're cognizant of it. But when you have places like Nashville and Waco and stuff, there are bigger price tickets to these events. Like,
absolutely.
I think per plate for lunch alone is like $40.
Yeah, $40-$50. Yeah. Which is wild. Because last year we gave everybody a granola bar and a little high C, you know what I'm saying? So we're making gains on the event. Yeah. We would love to have you guys in there. We would love to have you guys come on down. The room is a little bit bigger room this year, so we're anticipating 150 people. I think last year there was just at about 100, so 50 couples, which was awesome. And go back and listen to maybe some of the episodes on Paul Jameson's podcast. It would have been June or July of last year, because he probably had those roll out for probably a month straight. And here he was grabbing people in between the breaks and during some of the speakers. People getting up to stretch their leg. Hey, you got 20 minutes to podcast? Yeah, I'll podcast for 20 minutes. So a lot of people were talking about their business and life, stories and whatnot. But then also, hey, what's your favorite speaker so far? What did you get out of the marriage? So if you guys want a preview or a little teaser or...
That's a great idea. I'm going to do that. I'm so pumped.
Well, it gets you in the right headspace to come to an event like this. And again, like, well, you guys are just trying to sell tickets and get people there. Well, duh. Yeah, of course. We're trying to help you guys grow your marriage. But here's the thing. Listen to the, is that DoorDash?
That's DoorDash.
Why don't you go grab that really quick if you don't mind?
Running a successful lawn care and landscaping business means you are working hard and smart. You're smart about investing in equipment to grow your business, to be more efficient, go the distance, and take more on. Cujo Yardware is working hard to provide you with the absolute best footwear options to help you get the job done. You want efficiency? Trash the grass-stained athletic shoes that fail on slopes and dew. You want to go the distance? Forget those overkill boots that weren't built for the yard. You don't have to choose between lightweight comfort or water-resistant traction because Cujo Yardware was built for you. From the comfortable yard shoes to the tough X1 landscape boots, Cujo selected the best quality materials to optimize the performance and satisfaction of lawn care professionals. While you focus on laying killer stripes, Cujo will be there every step of the way. Check them out at Cujo.com, Kujo.com.
So go back and listen to some of those episodes that Paul Jameson was recording from last summer, probably in late June, July kind of time frame from Together in the Trades 2021. There was so many great people sharing testimonies and what they got out of the event. And it might sell you or convince you on the event more than Liz and I here doing a bang up job talking about all the successful stuff we're going to be talking about. But we'll button up right here because DoorDash is here. Cheesecake Factory. Shout out to the Bacon Cheeseburger. And what'd you get?
I got
Skinnylicious salad?
I did.
Yeah, and then did you get the...
I got cheesecake this time.
Hey, if anybody has an in with Cheesecake Factory and wants to sponsor the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast and send some coupons, no, I'm just kidding. But we're going to button up right here. So, like I said, didn't want to do a huge lengthy promo here, a little Friday episode here as we wrap up the week. We're gangbusters busy behind the scenes, guys. The lawn care company's growing like crazy. Everything's growing like crazy. We're excited about the YouTube channel. Things are growing there. But you know what? We want to make sure that we're growing in all areas, right? In all areas, as some people say, which is really weird.
What?
Oh, they grow in all areas of your life. It's like a southern thing or something
Never
like that.
heard of that.
I don't know. Last time I wrapped up trying to pronounce Chile.
I think that was probably the last episode. That was a great going out note. I'm so glad that was the last they've heard from me.
Hey, really quick. How do you spell motivated?
M-O-D, duh.
Mr. Producer makes fun when we email back and forth. He's like, just so I got the copyright, the coupon code was Spring Rush. He goes, not motivated, and he throws like little jabs like that. He's awesome. So, all right, let's wrap it up right here. What's one thing you're looking forward to at Together in Trades? Like, what's one thing, one person you want to hear from, or one takeaway you're looking from?
I'm really excited to hear from Ashton with the Enneagram stuff.
Okay.
I think it's really interesting and valuable to learn. Like, if you can learn about yourself and how you operate, it allows you to see your own weaknesses and strengths, and you're able to operate better with other people too.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that.
Yeah. Plus, I'm really excited to get on stage with Brad and Tammy.
I'm not going up there.
We're going up there.
We're gonna get put right under the microscope because you know they're gonna be like, Brian, why are you the problem? I can't wait to just see Tammy, and she's just gonna like stare me down. She's like Keith Kalfa. She looks through you, not at you. They're some of the most beautiful people ever. Like they're like a walk-in Viagra commercial. They're awesome. Honestly, if it all works out, I'm excited about seeing Jeff Joyner host the Marriage Love and Marriage Game.
Yeah, that will be really good.
He's a comedian, bro. He is hilarious.
Will be hilarious.
So the way he's
worth it just to come for him.
Yeah. Like if you guys have ever been on a cruise and you see like the Love and Marriage Game for like the newlywed, the married for 10-year couple, and the married for 40-year couple, it's hilarious. And Jeff's just got a great way of like pitching and catching and bantering. So like it's not only like the answers, but the way he's gonna like make you laugh as he ad libs. He's like one of the best guys for that. I'm looking forward to that selfishly. Just, man, people like haven't, like, when's the last time you got out and about, went to a comedy show or seen a comedian or laughed, in your marriage? Like a healthy marriage has a lot of laughter in it. I'll tell you that. And we laugh all the time, especially at each other. I mean, there's blinking. You're like straight face. But so that's my point. Like, it's going to be probably a good 30-minute of wholesome laughter, and you're just gonna be so glad that you came, like when you left the conference, because that's what it is. You go to these things, you go on faith. Hey, I hope this thing is good. Then you leave and you go, man, that was awesome. I can't wait for next year. So don't be the person that's always like, man, I never have time for these things, or man, one day I'm gonna go. Like,
you have to make time.
Make a decision.
You have to make time. What you spend your time on in your life shows where your priority is, and if you can't even make a weekend in the busy season
for you and your spouse,
like that's when you need it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna just grit your teeth and bear it through busy season, how do you think that's going to end?
I
like year after year.
I did that for a decade, and I realized I need to start taking breaks, long weekends, 3-4 day weekends, get a break, get away, and this is like as good as an excuse as ever. We're doing it right after the busy season. Everybody's got their mulch done, their flowers installed, the first couple big landscape projects, the spring mowing. And you're probably coming in on E. I know I am. So a good 3-4 day little trip, little soiree. Sounds good to me.
I think I got a lot of response from Instagram. So I heard the quote. I shared it a while back. If you have reasons or excuses not to do something, just call it what it is, and it's not a priority. That whole thing. So if you're saying, well, I have a mulch job or I have this, well, okay, that mulch job is a bigger priority than your marriage, then go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
I
hope to see you in Nashville.
I can't wait to see.
I'm out.
I can't wait to see Brad and Tammy psychoanalyze you. Guys, just so you know, this is what I get to live with all the time. That's why I'm so blessed.
He's blinking again.
I'm literally rubbing my chest with my hands. I'm like claustrophobic. I'm like, I'm the alpha in this relationship. Who's in charge here? It's like the last thing I'll say, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie when Chris Pratt and Thor are both on like the spaceship, and he goes, everybody here knows who's in charge. And they go, ha 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 ha. They both start laughing. He goes, Chris Pratt's like, me, I'm in charge. And Thor goes, of course.
Okay.
Of course, you're in charge.
That's the scene you would use to describe our marriage.
100%.
That's not good.
That's
why we need to go. I'll see you in Nashville, bud.
Bud. What the fuck? Sport? I'll see you sport.
When I get in there.
Do you drive the car? Like, get your ass in the car. We're going to Nashville.
No, I don't drive.
Good Lord. This is
Tesla
the last
me.
12... Like 90 seconds sums up our marriage. So I cannot wait.
I told you. This is what I said in the very beginning. We'll be taking notes along with
I am
everybody
in charge. Mr. Producer, if you can rip that 20 seconds and not have Marvel sue me, can you play that scene from Thor? And I think it's Guardians of the Galaxy too. So all right, that's my marriage summed up in one scene. I'm in charge. Of course.
Okay. Sport.
Okay. All right, over now. We'll hopefully see you guys in Nashville, and we'll see you guys here next week, Monday. Over now.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, here we are. Tree, good to see you. Well, as Guardians of the Galaxy back together again. Oh, where to first?
Hey, just so you know, this is my ship still. I'm in charge.
I know, of course you are. Of course.
So you say of course, but then you touch the map. It makes you think that maybe you didn't realize I was in charge.
Quail, that's your own
Whale?
insecurities in there, okay? I'm merely trying to be of service and assisting.
Quill.
That's what I said.
We should fight one another for the honor of leadership.
Sounds fair.
Well,
It's not necessary.
it's not.
Okay?
I got some blasters unless you guys want to use knives.
Oh, yes, please. Use knives.
Yeah, knives.
I'm Groot.
Not necessary.
There shall be no knifing one another. Everybody knows who's in charge.
Me. Right?
Yes, you. Of course.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production. And before we are out of here, don't forget Brian's 10 saves you 15% this weekend at Cujo.com.